Welcome to Report Vikings. Today, we bring you two pieces of news that are shaking up the NFL world and could directly impact the future of the Minnesota Vikings. If you are a true Vikings fan and want to stay up to date with all the news and analysis, don't forget to subscribe to the Report Vikings channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any details about your favorite team. Now let's go to the first news. Benjamin Morrison, the young solution for the Vikings secondary. The Minnesota Vikings are faced with the task of bolstering their cornerback unit this offseason, as the team has not performed at a high level at the position in nearly 5 years. With Pro Bowler Byron Murphy Jr. returning and Mekhi Blackmon recovering from an ACL injury, the team still needs more pieces to strengthen its defense. The draft is an excellent opportunity for the Vikings to look for reinforcements, with names such as Travis Hunter, Colorado, Will Johnson, Michigan, Jahdae Barron, Texas, Benjamin Morrison, Notre Dame, and Siobhan Revel, East Carolina, being considered as possible first-round picks. With the 24th pick, the team could trade to optimize its value in the draft. However, with Hunter, Johnson, and even Barron possibly off the board at the time of the draft, Morrison emerges as a highly attractive option. The 20-year-old Morrison hails from Phoenix and has a family history in football. His father, Daryl Morrison, played safety in the NFL for Washington from 1993 to 1996. Before suffering a hip injury that sidelined him for most of last season, he was projected as a top 15 pick. During his time at Notre Dame, Morrison gained experience on the edge of the defense, playing 540 snaps at cornerback in 2023 and 272 in 2024. He was a key part of Notre Dame's national championship defense, earning an 84.6 coverage grade from PFF in his final full season. His stats back up his potential. Over his college career, he gave up less than a yard per snap in coverage and held opposing quarterbacks to a pass-to-pass rating below 50 when throwing to him. Despite the injury's impact on his draft value, his game tape proves his talent against elite receivers. Morrison stands out for his fluid movement, quick feet, and patience in the defense. He has great spatial awareness, reads route concepts well, and maintains his composure against fast receivers. His athletic ability is also impressive, as demonstrated when he keeps up with Julian Fleming, Penn State, one of the fastest receivers in the class. At 6 feet 4 inches and 185 pounds, Morrison fits the physical profile that defensive coordinator Brian Flores is looking for. In addition, he stands out as a playmaker, accumulating interceptions returned for touchdowns, demonstrating excellent game vision and explosiveness in return plays. His cerebral game, combined with great reading and timing on the ball, makes him a versatile corner. He moves well in one-on-ones, knows how to use his momentum to contest passes, and maintains concentration, especially inside the red zone. Despite his undeniable talent, Morrison still has areas to refine. He can struggle in the ground game, sometimes being taken out of play after the catch. His impetus when attempting tackles also causes him to miss some attempts, in addition to having difficulty against physical receivers on contested balls. Another point of concern is his posture in pressure situations, where he can lose leverage and be pushed off the route. Still, his technical and athletic qualities make him a promising bet for evolution at the professional level. Morrison will have the opportunity to present himself to NFL scouts in a private workout, which could strengthen his position in the draft. If teams are comfortable with his medical condition, he could be selected between the end of the first round and the middle of the second. For the Vikings, Morrison would represent a valuable addition, bringing youth, versatility, and athleticism to the defensive sector. If healthy, he could fill the void of a true CB1 in Minnesota, a piece the team has lacked since the days of Xavier Rhodes. Vikings monitor Jameis Winston amid Aaron Rodgers' uncertainty. Rumors about a potential signing of Aaron Rodgers to the Minnesota Vikings continue to diverge, leaving the franchise without a definitive answer for the quarterback position. Should Rodgers not join J.J. McCarthy on the roster this season, the Vikings will need to find another viable alternative, and the options for quality backup quarterbacks are increasingly scarce as free agency moves into its second week. Among the possibilities, Jameis Winston has emerged. The quarterback holds a unique feat in NFL history. He is the only player to throw at least 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in a single season. That milestone came in 2019, when he led the league in pass attempts, 626, passing yards, 5,109, and interceptions, 30, in addition to recording 33 touchdown passes. After that season, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers decided to go a different route, signing Tom Brady and trading Winston to the New Orleans Saints. The move paid off immediately for the Bucs, who went on to win the Super Bowl. While Winston is known for his aggressive and mistake-prone style of play, he also has a powerful arm and could be a deep threat for the Vikings, especially considering the talent on the offensive end of the roster. For that reason, Raggets of Sports Illustrated listed Winston among the top options still available to Minnesota. Winston is one of the biggest names on the market, but he may not be an ideal fit for the Vikings, either on or off the field. Raggets wrote on March 16th, "He's the ultimate gunslinger, basically an extreme version of Nick Mullins. Plus, his personality has made him a fan favorite, but he also has a history of off-field issues." The reference is to past incidents of sexual misconduct, the most recent being in 2016, which was resolved in December of that year, as reported by ESPN. Minnesota has already shown that it can compete even with turnover-prone quarterbacks. In 2023, Nick Mullins took over as the starting quarterback for 3 games, and although the team lost all of those games, the Vikings forced overtime against the Cincinnati Bengals and came within 6 points of the NFC North champion Detroit Lions. In total, Mullins had 1,306 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions in 5 games. Winston played a similar role for the Cleveland Browns in 2024, replacing Deshaun Watson after a ruptured Achilles tendon. In 12 games, Winston accumulated more than 2,100 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions, in addition to contributing to a win over the Pittsburgh Steelers and strong performances against the Baltimore Ravens, Saints, and Denver Broncos. Winston as a mentor for J.J. McCarthy. Despite his talent, Winston doesn't seem like an ideal option to lead a team into the playoffs. However, he could be a reliable replacement if McCarthy gets injured during the season. His unpredictable style could either ruin a favorable game or surprise and secure an unexpected victory. In addition, Winston demonstrated professionalism by supporting Watson even amid criticism from fans and the sports media. That kind of positive mindset could be valuable in the locker room and a factor for the Vikings to consider when searching for a backup quarterback for 2024.